You've already done something that most people never dare to do. You left your comfort zone to build a new life, a new business in another country. And that takes vision, it takes courage, a level of resilience that most people only dream of. But here's what no one tells you. When you start hiring, even just your first assistant, designer, or a team member, that same courage has to be matched with knowledge. Because one wrong decision between hiring someone as a W-2 employee or a 1099 contractor can cause real problems, not just with taxes or audits, but with your ability to keep growing confidently. And as an immigrant entrepreneur myself, I've seen how quickly I didn't know can turn into thousands in penalties or immigration-related headaches that could have been avoided. So today, I'm going to help you protect what you've worked so hard to build by understanding how to hire the right way. Hi, I'm MJ, a corporate attorney in Miami, an entrepreneur, and a proud immigrant who built a business from scratch in the US. And I've spent over 16 years helping founders just like you, people who came here to create opportunity, not just chase it, build strong legal foundations for their growing companies. Because the truth is, we're not just building businesses, we're building legacies that show what's possible when hard work meets the right structure. So if you've ever wondered how to build your business the right way as an immigrant, or what's the difference between a W-2 and a 1099, or how do I protect my business while scaling fast, you're in the right place. Today, I'll break down this in a way that's simple, practical, and empowering so that you can make smart hiring decisions without fear or confusion. And if you want to know more about the differences between W-2s and 1099s, check the video I left on the description. Let's be honest, starting a business in a new country isn't just about learning how to sell or market. It's about learning an entirely new system, a new language, new rules, and sometimes a new way of thinking about money, work, and opportunity. As immigrants, most of us weren't really raised with a blueprint of entrepreneurship in the United States. We learned to work hard, to figure things out, to take care of our families, but no one sat us down to explain business licenses, tax forms, or worker classifications. So when we start building our dream, we're often learning the legal side as we go. And that's okay. That's part of the immigrant story. But here's the thing. The US rewards the people who understand the system, not just the ones who work the hardest. The moment that you start learning how to protect your business legally, how to set up your structure, how to hire correctly, how to build your documentation, you step into a different level of entrepreneurship. You stop being a small business owner trying to figure things out and become a CEO who knows how to play the game and win it. Because let's be real, being an immigrant means you already have the resilience, you have creativity, and definitely discipline. So when you understand how this system works, you're no longer just surviving in it, you're mastering it. Let's talk about something that happens way too often in immigrant-owned businesses. Most of us start small. Maybe you hire a friend to help with marketing, a cousin to handle deliveries, or someone from your community to manage admin work. And because we want to keep things simple, we say, let's just pay them as a contractor. It's easier. It sounds harmless until it's not. And trust me, when the IRS, the Department of Labor, or Workers' Comp reviews your business, they won't care what you called them. I once helped a restaurant owner, let's just call him Robert, an immigrant just like you and me. And he hired his younger cousin to manage the restaurant's social media. Since it wasn't a full-time position, he figured paying her as a contractor was fine. Simple, right? But then his cousin got into an accident and filed for unemployment. And that's when everything unraveled. She was classified correctly, but the state decided to review his entire business's records and realized that other workers on his team didn't really meet the criteria for contractors. The result? Over $30,000 in back taxes, fines, and penalties. Robert wasn't trying to cheat the system. He was just doing his best with the information he had. And that's the story of so many immigrant entrepreneurs. We learn how to run a business through hustle, not really legal handbooks. We don't know the rules until we're forced to. But here's the good news. Once you understand how the system works, you take control back. Most of us didn't come to the US just to make money, and I want to talk about something that's deeply personal for many of us. The reason we started the business in the first place. We came here for freedom. the freedom to create, to grow, to give our families options that we didn't really have back home. But here's the part that we don't always talk about. When you start hiring and growing your team, your business becomes a reflection of who you are, your values, your integrity, your journey. And that's why getting things right legally matters so much. Because every document that you sign, every person that you bring in, every system that you put in place, that's not just paperwork. It's part of the legacy that you're building in this country. And when you take the time to understand contracts, compliance, and structure, you're not just protecting your business. You're sending a message. I didn't come here to play small. I came to do things the right way. And something beautiful happens when immigrant founders start thinking like that. We become examples. We inspire others in our communities to build with clarity and not with fear, to dream bigger, not just to work harder. So yes, it takes extra effort to understand the system that wasn't built for us. But that's also what makes our success so powerful. Because when we succeed, we don't just build businesses, we build bridges. That's how we honor where we came from and build something truly lasting in the place that we chose to call home. We often think, I'll just hire them as a contractor, it's cheaper. But what's cheap in the short term can be very expensive in the long run, and I know you know this. So let's talk about something that holds so many entrepreneurs back, the cost mindset. So instead of asking, how can I save money on this hire, ask, how can I make this hire strengthen my business? Because real growth doesn't come from cutting corners. It comes from building a structure that supports your vision. When you classify correctly, you pay taxes properly, and use compliant contracts, you're not just protecting yourself, you're signaling to the world that your business is credible, professional, and ready to scale. And that's the kind of reputation that attracts investors, partners, and opportunities. That's how immigrant founders stop surviving and start thriving, by playing smarter, not smaller. So here's how you can start protecting your business without losing sleep over it. Get clear on your team structure. Write down everyone that supports your business and how they contribute, all your workers. Don't just think titles, think roles and realities. Then check for alignment. If someone depends on your direction, your tools, or your approval to get things done, you may need to treat them as a part of your internal team, not an outside contractor. Put things in writing. Review every agreement you've made with these people, even informal ones, and make sure that they actually reflect how you work together today, not how you started. Keep your house in order. Organize your payment records, tax forms, and communication logs. These small details can save you major headaches if questions ever come up. And before you grow again, get advice. 1 hour conversation with a business attorney can give you clarity, confidence, and the legal foundation that you deserve. If this was helpful, make sure that you subscribe and share this video with another immigrant entrepreneur that you know. Because we didn't come this far to let paperwork hold us back. We came to build something real with clarity, confidence, and compliance. And if you want to know more about workers' classification, make sure that you watch my previous video. I'm MJ, and I'll keep helping you turn your dream into a business that's not just successful, but solid. Let's keep building your legacy, one smart decision at a time.